Okay. What's the intro of the show? What is it's just hey, right? Just saying hey. Right. Okay, that's it. Hey, welcome to Roast Mortem. It's the best show pretty much ever. My name's Tom.
I'm Travis.
I will be your Cody for this evening.
And I'm Mike.
Welcome, Mike. Welcome, Cody. Welcome, Travis.
Oh, I'm in the same room as two of these guys.
I'm so jealous.
Cody's a digital man, still in digital Hawaii, but I'm a real person.
You look real today.
It feels good.
Yeah. I'm actually a hologram, dude.
Oh, damn.
I'm coming from the West Coast. I'm right near
Punch him.
Jeff
You can
Bezos.
punch him. He's on the couches. He's on the same couch as you.
Yeah, for real. Now we have incognito Cody over here.
There's actually a drone sitting on top of Tom's house.
I knew you were a spy this whole time.
A hologram.
We're going to get in trouble if we keep talking about this stuff.
Stealing
it's all very
all
legend.
Tom's Bitcoin right now.
Bitcoin.
Hey!
Yeah.
Can I have some of that Bitcoin?
Stop it. How's everyone's week going? What's going on? Cody, let's start with you since you're the most fake here.
I went shamefully New York yesterday when I walked into a deli, and my expectations were not met.
Is this your sandwich thing?
My sandwich thing.
You always tweet about food like a child. What?
I know, I do. Because it's Mike, stop laughing at me, because if you go and read the goddamn Twitter profile, it says I chat about food and comedy. So I'm giving people exactly what they sign up for when they hit the follow button on my goddamn profile.
But you never hit the comedy. It's always food.
Cody, well, what was this sandwich like?
It wasn't it was a wrap. First of all, fucked a lot of you. I walk into my deli and they have a menu. You know, it's a deli. They have their menu, and I see their menu. I'm like, oh, that's lovely. Let me get something off of that. You know what I mean? Let me order off menu. And I ask for something off menu, and they look at me like I'm some kind of like freak. And they're like, sir, that's not on our menu. I'm just like, give me a fucking like Thousand Island turkey and Swiss on a fucking like, spinach wrap. And they're just like, we don't price those out. We don't price those ingredients out.
No, brother.
I'm just sitting here like raging like a fucking New Yorker, because like that's like the heart and beat of like New York delis is they'll like fucking improv anything for you.
Oh yeah, the board is mere
suggestion.
suggestion.
Wrap here.
Yeah. No, brother, we cannot put Swiss and ham on you.
Yeah, that's pretty much like, it's not priced out like that, sir. I can't do that. And I'm just like, and I got a pizza from the next store over.
All right.
Did the
sorted
deli clerk run out of the store and like grab his board and like fucking do a fucking sick pipe?
It was fucking nighttime, but whatever.
Yeah, you can do pipes at night.
Yeah.
Damn, Pipes at Night. Yeah, that's my new
great.
album.
So I went full New Yorker on some unsuspecting like Islander deli clerk, and they didn't like it.
Oh, well, I mean, that's understandable. No one wants those Howleys out there. Mike, how was your week? Tell me. Did you get stood up again?
Not this week. I saved someone's life, I think, though.
All right. How? Whose life? Your own?
Don't elaborate.
You want to hear it? All right.
Please.
All right, so I was at the skate park, and there's like
Uh-huh.
because there's people that go there that don't skate, and they just drink. They just think like a bunch of kids or teenagers that drink. This kid had like four locos or something like that. So me and my buddy were skating, and I just see this dude just throwing up everywhere, like all over the skate park.
Is he doing tricks?
No, he was just hanging out drinking. So but he got really sick. And then like as I'm leaving, he just like face down in like his own vomit, just like throwing up.
His friends are laughing at him.
His friends aren't even paying attention to him. Like, yo, like your friend's like dying over here. And his friend like ran over and turned him over and I left.
On his back, so he would definitely puke on his back.
Wait, hold on. You just told a bunch of teenagers that they're somehow less
they were in
responsible
their
teenagers.
early 20s. They had to be in their early 20s.
All right, so there's a less responsible one of them. You
So
saved
he's
his
covered
life.
in vomit. I didn't want to touch him.
You should have let him die. He's useless.
I mean, he literally was like, I was like, oh, this is gonna be like that AC/DC dude. Like, you know how that dude died?
Which
Did he die on his own
Bon
throw?
Scott? Yeah,
Right.
I think he did. So Jimi Hendrix. So did
face down,
Chris
right?
Farley.
Yeah, Chris
Fa-
Farley.
Yeah,
Face
I call
down.
it Chris Farleying.
If they're face down, they're fine.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
you
you
don't
killed a
want
guy.
him back. That guy's dead, dude. You killed a guy.
Oh, fuck. Are you serious?
Their side, Mike.
I thought the face down was like you can't breathe because it's on your face.
No, if it's face up, that means that you can't project.
Choking on it,
right? So you killed a guy.
Yeah, you
An escape.
Oh,
he deserved it.
It's pretty, yeah, he did.
Throwing up
You're
everywhere. I was like, dude, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Well,
this isn't saving a life.
This is very interesting.
You built this entirely wrong.
Yeah, no.
I think we might have to delete this because you incriminated yourself.
Well, I mean, I was just observing it. I didn't give him the.
That's really like, you definitely headlined that a little off. You know,
sorry about that.
That's you know what
I'm
I welcome
a pile
it.
of shit. That's
Honestly,
what it comes down
fuck
to.
that kid. He's got
Still
a lot of
good story.
disappointment. If he's alive, he's got a lot of disappointment ahead. Travis, my man, how was your week?
Oh,
Did you kill anyone?
My week, as the Beatles said, I'm back in the LIRR, right? That's what John Lennon said.
John Lennon, one of his favorite famous songs.
Yeah, he loved the Long
before he got
Island
shot?
Railroad.
Yeah, as soon as he got shot by that guy, he was just like, oh, I love the LIR.
Yeah, I'm back on Long Island. It's good hanging out with my boys.
Yeah.
Minus Cody.
I'm jealous.
But I'll be out in Hawaii soon
Cody's
enough.
fake. He doesn't want to hang out with us.
Yeah.
But I've been cleaning out the house. I have to say, I don't know if anyone has hoarder parents. It's very interesting when I think we talked about this, Cody. You found a whole bunch of hooks in your dad's
Yeah,
drawer.
my dad just left fishing hooks in all of his junk drawers.
So I basically found something equally as shocking. I was going through my dad's
landmine.
Yeah, I was going through my dad's letters from Hawaii when he was a station serviceman.
Okay.
Going through them, he saved them all in a shoebox. I'm like, oh, this is a weird pouch. Pull it out, some panties. Old used panties.
All
I
right.
found my dad's
from the
bong.
70s.
You want to see it?
Wow, you got all pantied up.
I
That's
put them
fun.
on my head. I ran around the basement, took my pants off.
What does it smell like?
Dude,
They smelled like rat droppings.
Oh.
Before they were sent.
That's that good shit.
So yeah, I've just been cleaning mode. Good to be with my boys. Tom, week.
Oh, wow. Been so busy. Work. Bought a GoPro yesterday. Does barely work. Nothing. Not professional.
You're so extreme though.
I am extreme. I fall down the stairs 3-4 times a year, and I need to film it. I don't think this thing's going to cut it. It's already not working.
yeah, that's content.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
a YouTuber now.
Yeah, I'm just furious. Like, anyone who's been listening to the show knows that I hate laptops, all kinds. I want Tim Cook and Bill Gates dead. I can't stand these tech people. And for some reason, I can't stop giving them money. I think I have a problem, guys. I think I have to go.
Yeah.
They just need the Woz to build computers again. I feel like he'd do it right.
Oh, the Woz? Well, I mean,
Yeah.
have you ever used a Woz computer?
I'm just saying, built like an idiot.
All right, fair
I
enough.
feel like a Woz computer would need to be pull started like a lawnmower.
Yeah, but it works.
That's all that
Yeah,
matters. I guess.
it'll work for the next 60 years.
You know what? I'm just, here I am. I'm living my life. I'm throwing money at these people. I'm going, what's happening? I'm not even a snowboarder. Why would I need a backup battery? I don't need anything. The battery tab ripped off immediately.
For your GoPro?
Yeah, my GoPro. I just got a GoPro. I'm going to return it because it doesn't even fucking work as a webcam. They're
Why
like,
would
oh,
you
you
buy
need
a
to
GoPro
buy.
as a webcam?
What?
Why would you buy as a GoPro as a webcam?
I want to
have
use it
one
for
as a
many
webcam.
things. I want a multifunctional asset, Mike.
Do you strap it to a helmet or something?
I'm going to strap it to the bottom of my dick. And I'm going to go,
There you go.
and I'm going to watch 8-9 hours of black at a time. Not exciting. It's going to be in my pants. Look, it doesn't matter what I'm going to do with it. All I'm saying is that the thing I bought it to do, it's not happening. We live in a world where you could buy something that fixes every problem, yet creates 10 more problems. I don't understand it. So it's now time to go back in time.
Oh, hey Tom, who's on Chapman's land?
I am so glad you asked. So tonight is a very special episode because we've had this one requested by about, 30, 40 listeners. Probably the
What are we
highest
doing?
request.
Yeah,
We're doing Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, shit, finally. Huh.
Yeah. This has
dude,
been,
this is kind of more. I don't know. I feel like Tom, you're kind of stealing Cody's thunder here. This is a detective.
I think he was a good guy.
he is, you know what? I had saw that there was a new show on Netflix called Enola Holmes. And I was just like, oh, that's cool. They're turning Sherlock Holmes into an atomic bomb to drop the shit, drop over Nagasaki. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's what you would think. Enola Holmes.
Yeah.
Let's go. Oh, no, it's got strange things in it. Okay?
Oh, it's about Stranger Things?
It's just about strange things.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I'm like, Sherlock Holmes. They
Johnny
keep making these depictions of the gentleman. No one tells the actual story. So here on Roast Mortem, we're going to just tell the story.
Yeah, I've seen the depiction of Benjamin Cumberbatch.
Yeah, dude.
But that's like a Benjamin Comes. That was like a modern
Benedict.
day. No, Benderdam Comes that's like a modern day take on a real person from like the late 19th century.
Well, yeah, he's the most. Historically, he has the most depictions of him because
Right.
the lore runs deeper than any other lore. The amount of books written on him that was by the original biographer way down the line, it just got way out of hand. Like you have Basil Rathbone, Michael Caine, Christopher Plummer, Benedict Cumberbatch, Jeremy Brett, Peter Cushing, Robert Downey Jr., funny man Will Ferrell. These guys are all playing the same character.
Johnny Depp.
I don't know if Johnny Depp did.
guess
He was
right.
Jack
Oh,
Sparrow.
right.
He was Black Sparrow.
Yeah, he's the pirate Sherlock Holmes.
Right.
I forgot that a little Robert Down syndrome
Oh, that's what I'm
Jr.
thinking
played
of.
him. He
That
was
was
like
one of my favorites.
that was the buff version of him,
Yeah.
right? He was-
That's when. Well, so in that one, he's kind of like an action hero, and it's funny because the whole karate thing and martial arts
Uh-huh.
that was introduced very early in the lore, so it kind of has a little bit of.
Truth.
Okay.
But the real Sherlock Holmes didn't know karate.
right.
We know that.
He
That's
just had a magnifying
yeah.
glass and
Just-
just like snooped around.
We're gonna see. We're gonna see. So either way, he definitely was a detective. So that checks out.
Okay.
Thank God.
The lore around him has gotten way out of control. One of his most famous stories, The Hound of Baskerville. This is like,
Yeah.
this is the one that everyone knows. Hound of the Baskervilles, excuse me. Everyone knows this story. This is based on no truth whatsoever.
Oh, okay.
But a few of them are.
Oh,
Bless you.
down the wrong White Claw down the pipe.
White Claw!
I was just thinking about those drooly hounds. It's one of my favorite parts of the stories. Hounds. dogs.
Hound.
Big fan of hound dogs. I'm not a big fan of owning hound dogs. I'm a big fan of looking at
Because
them.
you like furniture and you respect yourself.
Yeah. But they're
Right.
great to look at.
They are very droopy to look at. They're like flesh icicles. Now,
I love it.
Sherlock Holmes. It's pretty slim pickings for the truth, guys. So it's a short script. We're going to have fun with it, okay?
All right.
Sherlock
Yeah, yeah.
Holmes.
Born as Carden Penn Holmes,
Oh.
January 6th, 1861 in London.
What?
His name's not Sherlock?
I'll get to it.
Fucking kidding me?
I'm telling you.
Say it again. That's so alien to me.
Cardis?
Carden Penn.
Oh, Carden. I like that. Carden.
Oi, Carden Penn.
Strong name.
Oi.
Yeah, I mean, it's
This
just
is
a
Carden.
strong English name.
Carden.
He was born to aristocratic Helen and Moreland Holmes. Moreland spent most of his time at the gentlemen's clubs and didn't engage much with his children at all.
How you do it?
The oldest was a stillbirth in 1856 that the couple named Sherlock. Now, for some reason,
Oh.
Helen begins calling her living son, Carden, Sherlock at a very young age.
Oh, this is that sick shit where they dress babies up like women.
Yeah, it's
I don't like that.
they just gave him a name of a
Postmortem,
dead kid.
right?
It's very
Post-
scary, creepy.
Yeah.
Post-Martin baby.
Postmodern baby.
Postmodern.
No, some
Yeah,
shit like
very
that.
good, sir.
Art Deco babies.
Now,
Picasso.
his older brother was Mycroft Holmes.
Jeez, what a name.
Yeah, and there is, like I mentioned, a new Netflix series called Enola Holmes, starring Stranger Thing, that was written by pedophiles. This is entirely fictitious,
no.
though. There's no real accounts of her being a detective.
Dude, I love when she goes to the upside down world.
Yeah, she's in a toaster, really.
Dude, and did you see when the 80s happens and they're like, Space Invaders, upside down, Sherlock, Hound.
You lost.
That's exactly what they. Very good, astute job encapsulating the 80s. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes. So the children had a pretty uneventful childhood. Not a lot to report. The family was wealthy, so Mycroft and Carden were both well educated, pampered, and spoiled, as you would expect.
Pansies!
Total pansies.
Dandies.
Excuse me. That was gross because it was onion. His mother, Helen, suffered from terrible depression through most of the children's youth. So this led to a rotation of nannies,
Oh.
as rich women tend to do
very
anyway,
selfish.
even if
of
they're
her.
happy.
Jeez.
Very selfish.
Well,
Very
Mike-
selfish of depression.
You're looking for a nanny, right?
I am looking for a nanny.
You didn't put the diapers on?
So I can learn.
That's what I want to hear. So one of these
Why are you
nannies.
putting diapers on a nanny?
Training. I don't know.
Well, he needs
Wow.
the nanny. He
Travis
needs to
asked
put
me.
diapers on.
Travis
Let
gave
me
a
see the
question.
classified you issued, and so I can laugh at it.
Now, one of these nannies was an older Irish woman named Alana who had made some sexual advances on a teenage Mycroft. This is alleged, but in the few documentations that we have based on the actual Sherlock Holmes, it reigned true in his brain for a while. He thought it was weird, so he would watch them. He was a watcher.
Ooh.
As we know, Sherlock Holmes,
no.
he liked to observe things. This is one of the earliest things he observed.
He's a cuck?
Strangely enough. I think it was scientific. I think he was very young at this point. Now, Mycroft was a few years older. So either way, according to Dylan Edwards' biography, Baker Street Law, Holmes always enjoyed the adult the adult company over that of his peers, which is fine, I guess, but it's not like he had a lot of adult friends. He's just a kid who's like, you're a kid, so I don't like to talk to you. Let me talk to a professor.
I feel like we do a bunch of people like that, where it's like this guy was like, I remember Roy Cohn. He's a little baby boy, and he's trying to hang out with senators. You know, like I feel like you got a complex.
Burroughs was kind of like that for a bit too.
Yeah,
he didn't respect his peers. He wanted to be around older people.
You got to play in the mud, touch tips, explore each other.
Right,
as a baby.
Yeah,
man.
What?
Fuck this.
Cody? What?
There's so many other innocuous things you could have said, like,
no, it's all right. Cody, it's all right if two babies touch tips.
Go
That's not rape.
It's not good.
That's Nambla talk, Travis.
No, there's no men involved. This is just baby on baby weirdness, Mike. You're making it weird now.
All right, no, let's bring it home. Let's bring it back here. Okay, so he often tailed his father to the outside of the Diogenes Club, a gentleman's club that was occupied by the old money types, aristocrats, and British intelligence agents. Intelligence. You guys hear that? I need the C in there.
Keep drinking.
Intelligentsia.
Right, that's right. If you didn't know, there's a shit ton of money in British intelligence. It's not just spies, right? Well, spies have to sell their information somewhere.
We're in London.
Yes.
Oi.
So, like, this is a long-established thing in London. You have these gentlemen's clubs, and it's all about the wheeling and dealing, right? Like, it's not like a stripper.
Oh, I thought it was a strip club.
No. They're real gentlemen's clubs that they, like, parade around now. It's like, let's see titties.
Yeah,
these gentlemen's clubs, like, you could probably get a blow in the back, but, like...
They're far seedier if you really look into them. So, look, the reason the spies spent a lot of time there, this is where business happened for the informants of high-level informants. Because the idea of a gentleman's club is that you don't discuss anything that takes place in it at all.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So they need, basically, we don't know this for sure, but it looks like Holmes's father, Moreland, was probably some kind of agent, but we don't know. Something like Robert Maxwell, for example, British MP, con artist, Israeli spy, and father of real go-getter Ghislaine Maxwell. These are the kind of people who hang out in gentlemen's clubs.
Yes.
Refined gentlemen.
Yeah, exactly. I got to say, after doing a little bit of research, Larry Flint's Hustler Club looks like Disneyland.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Sheesh. Mm-hmm. Now, oops, I already covered that.
Yeah, the great thing about Epstein's Disney World is that you don't have to worry about be this tall to ride. There's none of those.
no discrimination there.
There's no lower limit.
Yeah, no lower limit.
You're not going as fast, but you're definitely riding.
How tall are you? -4 feet? Oh, yeah.
Now, at age 13, Holmes was sent to Priory Prep School in northern England. There, Holmes discovered his interest in chemistry. The prep schools, they were pretty contained, though, so it was like you got a few hours of chemistry, but they didn't let you mess around with the fun stuff, like no cardboard volcanoes.
Dude,
no.
what is chemistry class if not that?
Well, they would do controlled things and be like, oh, look at how they clean this pound, coin. I don't even know if they had those. The chemicals were there, and there, multiple people would study at facilities like these prep schools. But when you're a kid, it's like, all right, well, you're just gonna wash the floor.
Right. Here's the professor. This is how we eat a sausage roll.
Right.
And he stands in front of the class and he eats a sausage roll.
It is weird how they say roll. Like
chemical reaction.
I don't know. It's, wait. Dope. Was it not dopamine, right?
Dopamine, that's a good one.
Dopamine, yeah.
That's an important chemical. I'm proud of you.
Because dope, bro.
Dope.
It's not a reaction, but it's a chemical.
Is there a reaction in your brain, though, when you smoke weed?
Sure.
I don't know.
It works.
Well-
Holmes did almost get expelled from this school. He set fire to his dorm room accidentally.
That's sick.
And it was put out pretty quick. He was doing a kid's experiment. His blanket went up. Not a big deal. But when
everything back in the day was made of asbestos, so that's why
well, yeah,
it's not a big deal.
Well, when the headmaster came by to inspect and the whole extinguished mess, he found 4 stolen bottles of ammonia under Holmes' bed. And a pretty accurate anatomical drawing of his nanny, Alana.
Whoa!
Damn, let me see that.
Now, yeah, right. She was he was spared the embarrassment of being expelled, and he continued the rest of his time in Priory flying under the radar.
So I went to visit a friend in college. I'm not gonna say his name, but he also kept a whole bunch of ammonia under his bed.
What do you do that for?
Because he was too lazy to go pee.
You mean pee ammonia?
Oh,
Yeah, he would just pee and fill up jugs and put them under his bed. I didn't know that, and I slept next to his bed on the floor.
The fuck?
I reached my arm out. I'm like, where are all these 2 liters? I'm like, dude!
Wait, he
fuck,
put
man?
him under his bed? Like hide
Yeah, I don't know. People do that. It's weird.
Didn't piss out the window or something? I used to do that.
I used to pee in my sink. It was in my dorm.
I used to pee out windows.
I used to pee down my
old
basement
house.
stairs.
Where else did you guys used to pee?
On my deck one time.
Yeah?
I stuck my... I don't want to say it on live air.
Well, it's
Parents
fine.
listen to this.
It's a podcast. It's not live. Go ahead. It's fine.
I don't want to say it.
All right. Anyway,
I blamed it on the cat.
yeah, that's a
My
good
neighbor's
idea.
cat.
That's a lot of piss from that cat.
What? That cat must have been all piss.
Yeah?
After prep school in 1879, Sherlock attended Cambridge for medicine, though he never actually graduated.
Idiot.
He made great use of the library. Yeah, this is the smartest man in England, pretty much.
Idiot.
Idiot. He made a great use of the library and other facilities. There's something about being rich. Travis, we were kind of joking around before about this, how like rich people kind of don't bring themselves to do anything if they don't need to.
Yeah.
So the fact that he never needed
Doesn't
to
everyone do that?
retire. What's that?
Doesn't everyone do that?
No, people get a job.
Oh.
Like if you need to, you don't, then you have to do it. You get a job. You get a shitty job.
Like as soon as you get $30,000, you're going to spend like 27 hours a day just masturbating and napping.
Yeah.
Yeah, you reach that
That
point.
sounds
That's
like
all
a
it
good
takes.
life.
Right. So there we go. He doesn't care to actually graduate. The degree doesn't bother him. He's always a higher learner. Cody, what was your weird word? Autodidactic.
It's my weird
that's
word.
Mike's
Oh,
weird
I'm
word.
sorry. That was
Autodidactic.
Travis. You're
Yeah,
right.
now it's Mike's.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's Mike's. That's my
Autodidactic. Sorry, I forgot
Nice.
who brought that. That's right, Travis. You brought that to the table.
What does that mean again?
You got to figure it out. You got to learn it yourself.
You have to learn it yourself.
Google it.
Hey,
Yo, look, he's Googling
Mike,
it himself.
Mike, listen.
Look at this.
Very
Mike, listen,
autodidactic of you.
if you want to know what it is, you have to learn it yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta exit out of browsers real quick.
You also got to talk to the mic.
Yeah.
Get to the
Get
mic.
closer to the mic, God damn it.
Mike.
All right, I looked it up.
You
It's like
self-learn
a
it?
fucking sponge.
You self-learn. Mike just autodidacted all
like being
over
a
this
fucking
podcast.
sponge.
Get a squeegee.
Why can't you just say being a sponge? Why is it gotta be a big ass word? That's all you gotta
He's a real sponge.
No,
Well,
it's not SpongeBob.
It's being able to
Ah.
adapt to things without really using much energy.
all right, look, I'm just going to keep going here.
Yeah,
we
just keep
we could. It
So
doesn't matter.
Holmes is there for the prestige. He's there. I feel like he's a good
Prestige mode.
networking guy.
He's not great at it, but he's there
Oh.
to learn. He
Right.
likes to figure out people. He doesn't really need to socialize that much. He's got a touch of autism, but he's also a little charming.
Oi.
He probably sees people as subjects more than comrades.
I don't know if he's that. Yeah, maybe that might be a way to put it. Also,
Experiments.
You can't say Asperger's anymore. That's not a thing.
can I?
No.
Really? It's fucked
Asperger's?
up?
Really?
Yeah, apparently just autism.
They took that away from
Yeah,
me.
you can't say
I
Asperger's.
really mean
Nah,
why
like
can't-
Asperger's and now autism.
I just got all these monogram towels, though. To let people know what's
Sorry,
going
dude, your
on
towels
when
are
they see
canceled.
me in water wings at the local pool.
That's crazy.
Also, note
Who decides this?
I don't know.
Who decided that?
no,
Some autodidact, probably.
Yeah.
it's some like I was gonna say a word. It's some idiot on Twitter, and they're deciding everything. And the Who is reading their Twitter.
Who runs the world? Twitter runs the world.
Twitter runs the world. Shout out to Twitter.
I'm going off the grid.
They need a little more support. Shout out to Twitter. So either way, Sherlock is the people around him. He knows he's good at observing things. He can pick things apart. Obviously, it's definitely caricaturized in every form of literature. But overall, he's got the detective in him. But he shows no interest in being a detective for a while. What is Sherlock really into at this point?
Porn.
Girls.
Close.
Nanny.
What is his calling? What is the most...
Observing.
Oh, he's a druggie.
Even better. What is the most brilliant mind in Britain considered to be his calling? What does he consider it? Check it out. It's aliens. So Sherlock Holmes gets way into aliens.
What?
Yeah.
Bob Lazar?
You talk. Wait. You mean like outer space fuckers?
Yeah. Not just the little green men type. He is way into the ancient alien stuff. You see, in 1869, Camille.
Wait.
This is a French guy, so I'm going to have a hard time with his name. Camille Flammarion released a paper called Le Pluralité de les mondes habités, or the plurality of inhabited worlds, which explored some basic principles of the ancient astronaut theories that have been further developed by the likes of David Childress and Eric von Däniken.
Fuck?
What?
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Wait.
Bob Lazar?
It started here? I thought that was like a 2008 fuckery.
No, 1869 is the earliest literature,
Like
Western
69
literature based
part.
on this.
No wonder they're so fucking gung-ho about this.
Oh, yeah. They've been big into that for a while. I mean, aliens.
Now, in the 56 tales that have been written within the canon of Sherlock Holmes, this is not mentioned once, although it is briefly alluded to in the short story, The Egyptian Hall Adventure.
Oh, because the pyramids were a landing zone.
Yeah, very much so. While in Cambridge, he met a friend named Niles Ward who had a similar upbringing and interest in said aliens.
It's very interesting because that is the name of my friend's dad.
Oh, James.
Oh, no, it's Nigel. Nigel Ward.
Oh, he's Nigel. No, this is Niles. Yeah.
Similar names.
Well, they're
similar
very
British
England.
names.
I mean, Ward is like the Smith of England.
God.
Or Smith is
know
also
Nigel.
that.
Yeah, I need to meet a Nigel, dude.
Boy!
Either way.
I want him to be Nigel Thorn Gushers.
Ew.
Wow, how'd you ad-lib that?
I looked at this pile of Gushers wrappers that
Can
Mike
you
had
pass me those
consumed.
Gushers, Tom?
I'm not giving you the gushers. Fine, I'll give you one more.
Mike, you've eaten like 8 Gusher packs.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
No, if we give him a beer now, he's going to
You're
throw
gonna
up all his-
flatline, dude.
6, 7. This is about to be my 8th one.
All right, I'm doing
God.
this.
Tom, I don't know
I
if
can't
that's a
believe
good
you
thing
fucking
to do.
stopped the podcast
Dude.
for this.
Do you want me to tread on you or not?
Can I have one more?
Don't
Jesus
step on.
Christ.
Don't step on
How
worm.
many got left in there?
There's no more left. Don't ask.
Is that
for
really
any more.
all of them?
Yeah, you ate all of them. Don't
Holy
don't
God.
ask for any more.
No walk on worm.
The green one. East Bay one?
Wait, Mike, what beer are you pairing with your Gushers right now? I'm
Victory
sure the
Garden.
people at home want to know.
Victory Records. Easy Ringer. Local IPA.
All right, that's a
And
low alcohol.
what's the year? What's the year on the Gushers?
The year on them?
Vintage.
This is 2021. These are brand new.
It's good stuff.
Brand
It's a good year.
Some good
All right.
shit.
Let's get back to
Yeah.
Let's get back to Sherlock Holmes.
Sherlock Holmes into aliens.
Right. So while in Cambridge,
wild.
I did this. So the two end up Niles and him. They start hanging out. And they spend hours together talking about things like books they've read while smoking their gentleman's pipes, their clay pipes.
Yeah, back then.
Hot.
Pipes. Also, let me let me break up any misconception you have about Holmes and his pipe. Now, pipes,
Please.
famously depicted with a clay pipe all the time,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
right?
Sucking.
Every gentleman at these times had a pipe. This would be like one of us getting undeservedly famous and being known in the future as the guy with the smartphone. This shit is dumb.
That is really dumb.
Yeah. Like, why is that a thing?
Or like
What
a
are we
jewel.
even doing here? Like,
Yeah.
oh, it's like Sherlock Holmes pipe. Oh, you mean all of the men?
Dude, because all the men looked smart back then.
But he
They
had
were
that fucking
sucking.
hat.
He had a good hat.
Oh,
Not-
yeah. What is with
that
the
weird-
fox
that
hunting
fucking
hat?
hat,
Oh,
yeah.
I
You
don't know what
find
that.
that out?
Yeah,
No,
I don't know
I
what the
actually-
name of that hat is.
That actually didn't come up. I don't even know if that's fictional or if you
gonna
wrote
go
that.
with
Really? Oh.
No, it's a real
It's
hat
a
name that's really
fox hunting
esoteric.
hat, right?
Yeah, but the thing is, like, everyone just calls it the Sherlock Holmes hat.
Right.
That's, what I
And that's
think
how
it
I'm
was.
Googling it right now, but
That shit is gas.
it is actually called a deer stalker.
deer stalker. All right.
Yeah, that's
right.
I guess I see why they call that the Sherlock Holmes hat, actually.
Yeah.
So he's
deer stalker.
He's sucking down a long-ass pipe. He's fucking deep throating this pipe, and he's got that deer stalker.
Yeah, he's deer stalking. So either way, Holmes and Ward decided to take a trip down to Egypt, where Holmes could study the ancient architecture, read the hieroglyphs, all that crap, and spend time in the Egyptian National Library in Cairo. Ward, on the other hand, treated Egypt like some kind of sandy Thailand, partying his English ass off with the Egyptian ladyboys.
Walk like an Egyptian.
Oh, no. I didn't know Egypt had a blue light district.
It's got a light for sure.
Yeah, walk like an Egyptian, right, Mike?
See that lady boy.
Got to go into the microphone with that, Mike.
See those lady boys.
Yeah,
No,
best
there
of
you-
both worlds, right, Mike?
Yeah.
Now, Holmes wasn't much of a partier, as I mentioned before, and preferred to stay in or hit up the local opium den.
Lame.
because He was big on his opium.
Yeah, this is what I knew about him from reading the fiction, is that he was, and I'm surprised they put that in, because a lot of times when you like write fiction, you kind of omit the shittiness of people.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Right,
yeah.
but he was a fucking
nonfiction.
Yeah, I mean he was big into his opium, kind of like Sigmund Freud. I feel like that was a kind of a thing
Well,
back then.
Back then, it was fashionable to be on the opium and then be on cocaine when you want to have a good night. So,
Still fashionable.
yeah, very fashionable.
A lovely cocaine nightcap. Just what we all need
Yeah,
to
wake you up a
sleep
little bit.
real nice.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, look, either way.
Well, I'm just surprised that they added that in the fiction, because that's a negative
Well,
character of a real person.
Well, I think back then when
like
the writings were coming out while he was alive.
Right.
So it's strange that, like, it's not so negative if it's like a gentleman's
I
thing.
guess
at the
so,
time.
yeah,
Now
that
it's
makes
like
sense.
boo-hoo, like, but at the
Right.
time.
You read
it-
stories about Jimi Hendrix, and he's always on acid.
Yeah, exactly. In the future, they're going to be like, oh, look, they're telling stories about Guy Fieri who ate food. We just eat Amazon tube now.
Oh,
like,
no.
we don't use propane.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
he's a bad man.
Propane's racist.
Right. So either way, one night, his friend Ward got himself into a pickle at the local kebab shop. He ended up hitting on the owner's daughter.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
The big problem here was that she was involved in an arranged marriage situation, and the owner did not want to lose his dowry to an Englishman. So he was chased out of the building, and as he left the building, he was mowed down by a camel.
Oh, dang.
Yeah,
Man, that must have hurt.
it was nuts. The guy, like, it wasn't even a lot of camels. It wasn't like a stampede. It was just a guy leading a camel to a farm, and Ward was just running and not looking, and he got stepped on by a camel,
That probably hurt like crazy.
and he's dead now. Well, he would have been dead either way, but
Whoa.
He died from the camel?
he got stepped on by a camel.
Dude, do you think the camel turned around and spat on him? Because I love how camels spit. They
Yeah.
like to show off that
think-
gland, and they
thought-
spit.
You didn't think it said sorry?
No, I don't think so.
Or
No.
my bad.
It's probably like, "Ah!
Yeah. Yeah, they do have weird screams, don't
Ah!
Yeah, that's...
Ah!"
If
guy
you're gonna
walking,
die,
it's,
you don't
shit,
want to
kill
hear
someone,
that.
fuck
You don't
it.
want that to be
Right.
the last thing you hear.
It's not like a majestic horse.
You got
Yeah.
insurance?
I'm learning Travis is amazing at animal impersonations right now.
they? He's doing great. I love it. So either way, Holmes was devastated by the news of his friend being taken out in his youth like this. So Holmes returned to England, where he stayed with his parents for a few months, but then he realized he was rich and
Oh,
decided to get his own place at the
that's
infamous
convenient.
22 Baker Street, London.
Oh, Bakey
Oh, he's
Boy.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot
his
I'm
own
rich.
flat.
I forgot I'm rich. I don't have to be depressed at my parents' house. I can go to a ground level apartment and be rather sick.
I like this guy.
Yeah, he's fine. He's really, like, I
He's
don't know.
thinking.
You know what his friends call it? It's Wake and Bake. Dude, going to Wake and Bake, bruh.
Fuck it, my friend.
Wake and
died,
Baker
but
Street.
Fuck it.
Now,
Baker.
during this time, his interest in chemistry, along with cocaine and opium, took up most of
That's
his
just-
life.
Chemistry, then.
Well, it's like, what are you experimenting on? Like,
Yeah,
sometimes it was
chemistry.
rats, and sometimes it was yourself. You're right. No,
Well,
you're
you
right.
know-
Chemistry, Your Honor.
Yeah, you know the botanists always go into growing weed, and the chemists always grow in the growing meth,
Yeah, growing
Growing
meth.
meth.
Like
Yeah.
crystals. So when
Yeah,
they're like,
growing
put-
crystals.
Yes, put
Hey,
some
good
iced
save.
tea in a
Yeah.
beaker, and we'll let it dry out for 3 days. You're now scientists, children. What have you learned?
Yeah,
This is
they're
an
in your
Arizona
backyard.
watermelon. We will make the best meth.
So, like I said, he's all into this shit. His apartment was crowded with gentleman bullshit, Bunsen burners, and beakers. Imagine
Ooh.
a meth lab surrounded by nice leather furniture. That was his apartment.
I always
Ooh,
loved that
oh.
aesthetic.
Me too. It's cool.
Good.
A lot of glass.
What would you call that aesthetic? Like, just Baker Street aesthetic.
I think it's Victorian.
Junkelman.
Yeah,
Baker wave.
Baker
Baker
wave.
wave.
Baker
I like that.
So, of course, no user of the old opium is going to let a spare room in their apartment go unrented.
To waste.
They're gonna be like, I got this room I'm not using. I'm gonna have to rent this out.
Sir, this is a walk-in closet.
Well, either way, closet or not, enter John Watson, aka Dr. Watson in the books.
Hey, I like him a lot, actually. I just like the name Watson. Isn't that just? It's just a noble, righteous name in my book.
Well, I might change your opinion on that.
Oh, don't. Come on.
Wait, hold on. Before we move into Watson, I have a question for you, Tom.
Yes.
We're talking about opium.
Yeah.
And sorry if this offends you, Cody, but a lot of Chinamen were associated with opium.
Yes, that's true.
So was he a fan of the China ladies like Cody?
Like Cody as a China lady. That's a good question.
China lady is my heartbeat.
I think Holmes, because he had access to so much drugs and he was so focused on learning things about chemistry and just pulling in knowledge, he really didn't have much of a sexual appetite. Could be the aforementioned Asperger.
Well, also, I mean, I was very fond of Pocahontas. He might have been fond and getting his rocks off from Mulan.
Right. Which is totally
Mulan's
fair.
hot as shit.
She's very
hot.
hot.
She's very beautiful.
Very, very beautiful woman.
She let those tits out, though.
Well, let her be a man while she's having fun.
Yeah, let her be.
She'll grow up.
Chicks with dick.
Yeah.
Not only was John not a doctor, he was dishonorably discharged from the British Army after beating up 3 school kids during a drunken psychotic episode.
Oi.
Although Watson was usually tight on... Yeah, no, this is true. What happened was...
Why didn't I know of this?
Because everyone only knows the fiction. That's what I'm trying to say here.
Tom fucking dug deep.
Holy shit. Well,
Yeah.
Prove me wrong.
Well, it gets. This is a fun one. Although Watson was usually tight on cash, he was friends with one of the finest drug dealers in London, Don Albert.
Oh, Don.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So now, it's all about having an in.
See, but I always feel like, at least in the fiction, Watson is always portrayed as almost like the guy that's put together.
Well,
right?
Holmes is the wild card who has all the answers. He just doesn't tell you.
Right.
And Watson's like, well, let's bring it back to earth, Holmes.
Right. He's like, Rava, in it. Like,
in it.
Oi.
One of those chavs.
Chad.
So Holmes and Watson spent many days sitting in their apartment, getting high on medical-grade opium, making elaborate Rube Goldbergs, and huffing paint.
That is exactly what I would expect from someone who dabbles in opium in, like, Victorian England.
Yeah, it's the illusion of doing something important. Like, real quick, I'm sorry. I wrote a side note here because anyone who makes Rube Goldbergs for fun, they shouldn't be allowed to drive. They shouldn't be allowed to vote.
What's wrong? You don't like dominoes? Dominoes are fun.
That's not a Rube Goldberg. That's one.
Rube Goldberg.
No, this is like fucking Pee Wee Herman shit. That guy shouldn't be allowed to drive.
Yeah. I'm not saying he's a bad person, but look,
reasons.
What I'm saying is the mentality to want to get into doing that in your spare time is this.
Yeah.
I just want to see what happens. Okay? That's not a good mentality for someone who's supposed to make decisions. Now, do you guys remember that explosion in Beirut last year that killed a bunch of people?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the guy responsible for that was kind of like, I just want to see what happens.
Yeah, do a little Rube Gold?
Right.
Oh, yeah.
This is not a good way to be, Hal.
Although I do have to say, Tom, I will kind of change that because I feel like allegedly, if you do cocaine, you're very like amped to do things.
Right.
Imagine
Allegedly,
a Rube Goldberg that like cut your line for you, right? Like you will blow the building up, but like
you might
at least you don't
rail at the end of it.
At least you don't have to get your hand kind of numb.
Yeah, right?
Look, either way, just very questionable. If someone ever tells you meet someone at a bar, goes, "Hey, yeah, I just build Rube Goldbergs in my spare time." You say, "Go to jail."
I see what you're saying.
You
go
walk
to
away.
jail. Yeah,
yeah.
I'm on your wavelength.
Yo, dude, I build Rube Goldbergs. You want to do a shot with me? Have a fucking shot.
No, not you.
Nope.
No, you're
what
gonna
is it
blast
a shot
me.
of gasoline.
Because as I shoot it, you're gonna rape me, and it's not even gonna be with
decoy.
your dick. You were going to rape me with someone else over there who's
They're
not
gonna fall
expecting
into
it.
you.
They're going to fall into me after the bowling ball starts rolling down and someone's keys get lifted up and the organ starts playing.
The lube shoots out on your asshole.
It's going to ruin everything. So Rube Goldberg's no good. You're done.
I just Googled that. I had to find out what it was.
Yeah, man. What do you think?
It's interesting.
So, Sherlock Holmes does, in fact, get into detective work, as I mentioned.
Mm-hmm. Dick.
Despite all of the drugs, Holmes stays relatively sharp, which is good because his family money started to arrive later and later due to the great British banking scandal of 1888.
Oi.
To subsidize... There it goes.
Thanks, Mike.
Travis, you trying to paint my room white with that claw?
Claw.
To subsidize the income, he and Watson decided to put their great minds to the test. So he would offer his cunning observation skills as a private detective for marital purposes. You think you got a cheating spouse?
Oh, start out
Sherlock
small,
on.
I guess.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, my day, my bloke down at the pub with Billy.
I'll get right on that for you, sir. What's in my hat?
What does your wife's vagina smell like?
In it, give me 5 pence. Get gin.
Do you have change for this gentleman, Watson? Anyway. So his first notable job, and the one that actually gets into the fiction end, it was for a man named Andor Kormos, who claimed to be a Hungarian duke. He found Holmes through a mutual partisanship of, remember Don Albert? He used to buy from the same guy.
Prince.
Yep. So Duke had an affair with a woman named Irene Adler, who had in her possession an old-timey photograph of the two out to dinner.
Oh.
Now, the Duke believed this could be used as blackmail against him, so he hired Holmes and Watson to break into her apartment and retrieve the photograph.
Some original Father Rossi.
Yes. Now, so it's late one night, July 1891. Holmes and Watson arrive at Irene's apartment with stockings on their head, armed with cricket bats.
That's creepy.
Yeah. Well, they gotta be real about it.
Yeah, right. I thought this guy was a cop.
Well, you'll see. I mean, he's private. He doesn't work. He doesn't work
private
directly
cop.
as a cop. He does shady stuff too.
You can just say that, right?
Gumshoe,
back then.
Mike,
You'd be like,
gumshoe.
I'm a private cop. Fuck it.
Yeah. What do you need?
You don't need to go to school for that shit back then.
I think it's code, like the modern day term for that is like code 12 or something like that, to let like cops know you're a private detective on the job.
Well, Cody,
yeah.
you know that because you live on the same island as Dog the Bounty Hunter.
Right. A
So
code.
you hear that a lot. Code
yeah,
12. Yeah. Code 12.
Right. Code 24 inches of hair.
That's a
Now,
lot.
they had staked out her apartment the week before, and it had led them to the conclusion that Irene would be working her overnight shift at the Donkey House, which started at 9 p.m.
Oh.
What?
Is that a gentleman's
That-
club?
Huh?
Yes, it was a gentleman's club.
Wait, what? When he says gentleman's club, are we talking now gentleman's club or then gentleman's club?
It's a mix. Don't read too much into either.
This is for the common folk.
Yes.
The Donkey Club.
Right.
It's like Hooters.
I would never be down at the Donkey Club.
They used to play waltzes there, so you can imagine if you really put your head in there. Lots of
fucking
waltzes.
complicated for me
Yep.
to wrap my head around.
So, not seeing her exit the building and no sign of movement, Holmes and Watson deduced that she had probably gone to work early that day. So
Good deduction.
So they break in through an alley-facing window on the second story into her apartment. Holmes stood on Watson's shoulders and hoisted himself up. He then opened the door for his chubby friend, Watson, who had no shot in hell for climbing up that window. The two fumbled around in the dark for the next 45 minutes, making a mess
That's a long
and a loud
time.
racket.
Because they're on opium, right?
That explains it.
This is like in was it Lock, Stock, when the potheads they go and like they meet the potheads or whatever. And
Oh,
they're like,
yeah.
I got protection. It's a BB gun, and they're like, don't let anyone through this door.
I like that.
It's kind of close to that after reading this. I'm like, what the fuck? So it turns out that they're there for about 45 minutes, and Irene comes home with two coworkers. They were friends, and they were giving
Ooh.
the evening off because the Donkey House was closed for renovation.
Bad timing.
Now,
Ooh.
shocked at the mess and the two drug addicts in her apartment, she called for help from her neighbors, who came and restrained the two men before they could leave. Nothing violent, just get it together, boys.
Give me a hook.
No
until
fight.
The cops
They were
come.
just like, oh man,
They're opium addicts.
Oh,
you
you're
ever
right.
seen a junkie throw a punch?
true. They're like
Yeah.
nodding off.
They could break your heart, but they'll never throw a punch.
True.
Now, once Scotland Yard showed up and started taking stock of the incident, they noticed that Irene's apartment had several fine art pieces that had been stolen.
Mm.
Irene claimed that they were gifts from her Ukrainian Duke friend.
All right. The plot thickens.
Fast on his feet, Holmes began spinning a yarn that the real reason he was there was for those very same art pieces. He claimed to be hired by a private art dealer who had sold the pieces but had yet to deliver them at the time of the theft. Where are you?
So what's going on? I'm not up on the fucking elementary as our subject is, but
Look, either way, Holmes and Watson were not only let off the hook here. They were praised by both the London Gazette and the London Chronicle for their sly sleuthing, if you will. He was now somewhat of he had a name for himself. He had a business card. He was a super detective.
But he was breaking in. Oh yeah, he was covering his ass.
He's covering his ass.
Covering his ass.
Right.
Yeah, I recently learned that the Brits they call private eyes PCs, like a gaming computer.
Oh yes.
Constable.
Private
word?
constable, right,
Oh.
Cody?
Gamer word.
Yeah, they call them gamer words.
Gamer words.
Gamer
Yes.
word.
Do it,
So
Rabbit.
Irene was exonerated of any charges as the follow-up case did in fact lead to the arrest of Andor Kormos, who was quite a con artist and not even a duke.
All right. So he solved the crime accidentally.
Good shit.
Yeah.
Accidental crime solvers.
Right. Holmes was then hired for many vanity cases. People like the idea of having this press renowned detective solve things like finding their missing dog, untangling some jewelry, or uncovering the secret behind the jaded amusement park managers keeping developers away from their life's work. Sherlock cleaned up his appearance and made somewhat of a business doing parlor tricks for rich guys who needed to be lied to and told where they left their keys. It's a whole career out of this showmanship.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah. Your house keys are behind your ear. Oh.
Right. So we are actually dealing with the first dog, the bounty hunter.
Yeah. Hey, bro, we got you, but let's talk about Jesus. You want a cigarette?
Yeah, you
Want a cigarette? He always offers a cigarette.
Yeah, well, he's in the chokehold. You want a cigarette?
Want a cigarette?
Want a cigarette?
His heel is on the trachea of the fugitive. He's like, want a cigarette? Smoke it through your eyes.
Assess the situation, get him to calm down, maybe.
Yeah, got to assess.
De-escalate.
De-escalate, yeah.
Now, although Holmes' new act was pretty solid, one man began to suspect foul play. And that man was Dr. James Moriarty.
Oh, that Moriarty was actually my childhood doctor, and I didn't even know before reading Sherlock Holmes.
I guess we had the same doctor.
That's actually a
Oh, you
common
did?
name.
You had a
guys too?
Moriarty?
Yep.
No way, you guys
All right.
too?
Mm-hmm.
Cody and I had the same orthodontist, and Tom and I had the same doctor.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Well,
You just brush your teeth with barnacles because you're on the South
we
Shore.
had the same grandma.
Dr. Marijuana.
Now, if you know the books, you know that Moriarty is written to be the bad guy. He's the arch nemesis. He's the crazy guy. This is the furthest thing from the truth. Moriarty was a pretty normal guy.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah. So the good doctor, I'm going to call him that to kind of drive that home.
Oh, right.
So the good doctor had a friend named Daniel Entenmann, who was actually the guy who started Entenmann's.
No way.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
What a sick
Good old Entenmann's.
Yep.
What a saint.
Who
Entenmann's Biscuits, as it was originally called.
Oh, skits.
Biscuits. He actually hired Holmes' services to find out which one of the neighborhood kids had been throwing shit all over his front porch. No joke.
I hate how British kids do that.
Well,
Like, you have to go out of your way to tell them that's unacceptable behavior.
scat play, man.
Dude.
Like a good joke.
Yeah, you never been to Berlin, dude? It's worse.
It's much worse.
Really?
It's actually 70% shit.
I didn't know that, really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Currywurst.
I love
Makes
shit.
it loosens up your bowels. Currywurst.
Loosens up everything.
I think I have tapeworm in my body.
Yeah. You just ate packages
I'm
of
still
Gushers.
hungry. I ate like fucking McDonald's.
That's
today.
not food.
Tom,
That's not how that works.
Mike, can I get some tapeworm? I'd like a little bit.
Yeah.
Let me make you a can of soup.
I need to like get it out. I gotta like fucking put some food right here and let it, You know,
Let it come up. Yeah, you got to.
No, it's out of your ass. You got to like put rancid meat near your ass, and it comes out.
Really? Yeah, try that
dude.
later.
You got to pull it out of your ass, man.
You got to catch it with like a wooden spoon, and then like
Harvest
twist it so it like winds around the spoon.
Right,
Well, there's another mystery
you guys
solved.
gotta do that later for me.
Yeah, I got
You
you.
gotta spot me.
I'm going to put you on my old rotisserie.
Maybe when
nice.
Tom does
Yeah.
his asshole chocolate, he can pull out.
Oh,
your
I was going to
taste
say
recorder.
that. We'll chocolate your ass. While
I got the GoPro to do that.
Yeah.
And now I have to return the GoPro.
Oh no!
I want to get probed.
Now,
Go
Holmes
probed.
Holmes
Probe my
found the
ass.
culprit, but in truth, it was just Watson who was shitting on the man's porch to drum up
Dude.
business.
Oi!
Oi!
This is like the tire salesman throwing tacks in the road.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So they actually, the two managed to pin it on an orphan who died of TB 3 months later.
Little
So
fucker.
really, there's not,
Holy
no,
shit!
What a
No one's gonna
dick!
miss that kid.
yeah, no one's gonna miss him.
Why-
He's an
Yeah, no,
orphan.
no.
He was a dead kid walking.
On his
He's
way
a
out.
street urchin.
You
It's
know,
a
that's
victim
Just like a man,
It's a victimless crime if you think about it.
That's dollar
except
signs
for the
to me.
orphan.
Well, they didn't give him TB.
No, his family's gonna miss him.
Now,
Oh,
Dr.
that's kinda
Moriarty
fucked
had
up.
stumbled onto
Feel
the
bad
men
about that one.
scheming. He was scheming. They were scheming in the back alley, talking about the poop.
Hmm.
Oh no!
He didn't think much of it because London was crawling with criminals trying to get theirs. And during Moriarty's visit with Daniel Enterman, a few days later, Holmes came by to collect the investigation fee. During this brief interaction, Moriarty put two and two together. He asked Holmes for his information, as he had a certain mystery that needed solving himself.
Oh,
He wanted to get to the bottom of this strange man taking his friend's money for pooping on his whole porch there. It's a little much, I suppose.
Watson's a little rat bag.
Yeah, he Watson's
snitch.
terrible. He's just a shithead. So Moriarty came up with a plan to expose the charlatan detective and his one-armed sidekick. Oh yeah, Watson only had one arm. I
Really?
forgot to say that.
What
He
happened?
lost it in the war.
Yeah, lost one arm.
Ah,
Yeah.
Oh,
Makes sense.
So I guess they just couldn't find one-armed actors to portray him.
Well, when they were making everything sexy, I mean, Sherlock Holmes was
Yeah.
strung out all the time.
You ever see the Lucy Liu depiction of Watson? That's hot.
When was she Watson?
It was that
There was-
Charlie's
Oh,
Oh,
Angels.
that was like the New York City one. I think I remember.
Yeah, it was
that.
NBC it was called Elementary, and Lucy Liu was legitimately like not John Watson. She was Joan Watson, and I thought that was pretty cool. But now that I'm reflecting on it, like super out of left field.
What show was that again? Elementary.
It was called Elementary.
Right. Which I'll explain why they use that term. It was kind of a press thing. That
Interesting.
I don't think he actually said that much, but there was something about how the press like
Oh no.
Yeah,
used the
come up with
terminology.
You got to come up with a fucking catchphrase.
A zinger, right? So like,
Oh yeah,
I'm-
zingers.
I'm glad that NBC or whatever did. They were able to gender
Yeah, I don't
swap
know.
and stop Asian hate all in one foul swoop. I love it.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
Anyway, Moriarty's plan to capture the charlatan was to claim that his daughter had been stolen by a band of folk musicians that were touring the England countryside, playing music and getting drunk. And he
Are they
needs to get
gypsies?
his daughter back.
Yeah, Jippos.
It's like fake Jippos. Yeah, like, yeah.
All right.
English.
Jippos.
Jippos.
Fake
They're Jippos.
Jippos.
Yeah, I mean, they're just drunk English kids
Oh.
who were in a band.
That
Probably,
makes-
I don't know, maybe the band's called Sugar
That leads
Ray.
me
I
to
don't know.
believe there's some such thing as authentic Jippos, which is even more horrifying.
Every morning there's a
Well, there
morning.
is.
In the
There's
morning.
Roma Jippo. I'm like eighth that.
Yeah, we can
Oh,
say
can I get a
that.
pass?
Yeah, sure.
Say Jippo whenever I want.
Absolutely. Take it away.
Do I get a pass for saying it?
Yeah.
No,
Actually,
makes sense.
no. You're
No.
too Irish. I'm
You'd do
half
some
Irish.
weird
Brr.
shit with that pass, Mike.
Like what? Like,
You'd go to Romania with that pass and just start insulting the natives as if you weren't
Do
a
it.
foreigner.
I could do that as
Do
an
it, man.
Irish man.
Yeah. Irish
I think I'm
people.
more German than Irish now.
Wait, now?
Now?
Just because our grandmother died doesn't make your
Hey,
other.
lose percentage every time a relative
Did you get
dies.
some shit like
how it
crispered
works.
into you?
Oh,
Man.
my goodness. Either way, let's continue here. So in
Ugh.
March of 1894, he was contacted. Sorry. In March of 1894, when he
That's really
contacted
gushes.
Holmes and Watson about the case, Holmes agreed to take the case, but would have to send Watson ahead to track the daughter down, as he was in the middle of a very important case, which the details he considered to be highly classified and Confidential, excuse me, talking too much. Watson used a travel stipend to aimlessly chase the non-existing daughter around North England for the better part of a month.
Is that where the hounds of Baskerville came from? Because those daughters were fucking hounds.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
dog.
I see what you did.
Yeah,
Boy.
something like that. The Baskervilles, very haunted family in real life. We'll get into them some other time. In late April 1894, Watson was found dead on his toilet in his room in Bradford.
Oh.
Jacking off.
Check this out. So it appeared that he was shot,
Oh.
but like a week before, and refused medical attention on the basis of he was a doctor and
He's a
he's
fucking
got
savage.
Oh.
this. Yeah.
Wait.
So he just walked around with some lead in him.
Ooh.
And this was actually the last of his journal entries. And he said, I should be able to remove the bullet within the next few days.
Kind of like a Van Gogh kind of thing.
I would like to imagine like whatever constable found his body with like a plunger over the bullet hole and just like desperate bloody fingerprints all over the handle.
I got it.
It's not coming out.
Boy.
So
Can't
something
fucking
worth
see it.
noting is that one of the reasons we don't have a lot of the documentation of the original Holmes and Watson so much is because you guys remember World War II?
Yeah.
No.
You know, when the Nazis decided to firebomb London,
Right.
1940.
Are you kidding me?
It blew away all the original documentation, all the diaries that were kept by these opium-addled
Really?
people.
Oh.
So hence why we only have a fictitious version of
Right.
them.
So Arthur Conan Doyle is just free to do whatever he wanted to do.
He had a blast.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Hitler.
Yeah.
Piece of
Fucker.
shit.
So though Dr. Moriarty was deeply disturbed by the demise of Watson, he still wanted to hold Holmes accountable for his scam artist act. But Holmes was nowhere to be found. Now, this story wraps up really quickly from here. I'm just letting you guys know. Holmes did disappear. Turns out that Holmes moved to New Jersey with Irene Adler.
What?
Really?
Yeah.
He's on the South Shore of Jersey?
He's closer to the Vince Lombardi rest stop. No, he's
You know
still,
what that is, right, Mike?
They're right by the turnpike?
yeah,
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
hopping on the turnpike.
You got it.
So, he and Irene Adler. This wasn't a random place. Adler was from there. She was
No.
born there. She was an actress. She was from there.
Joyce.
Oh, okay.
So,
Holy fuck.
Went for a Jersey girl.
So
They're
Dr.
hot.
Moriarty, he didn't find this
No.
out till like years later.
Right.
'Cause
He's
it's not-
trying to look for this guy because he's such a shitbag.
Right, exactly. So in Jersey, Holmes decided to change his name to Hal Del Fuentes and start.
Working out.
That's a good incognito name.
You get a
I
little
like
spray
that.
tan,
That's
a little
strong.
blowout.
Yeah,
Yeah, and he
Frosted
started.
Party.
tips, Mike.
He
Frosted
started.
tips.
He started a small farm where he raised waterfowl.
Oh.
Besides some few
Jersey
domestic disputes,
waterfowl.
Hal, or Holmes, lived a relatively private life, raising ducks and training racehorses for fun. Now,
Holy shit.
since we don't have that much more, ask me how he died.
How Holmes did it.
Thank you for asking.
Yeah.
The year was 1920.
Good year.
Hal Del Fuentes was riding a new
Hal Del
That's
Fuentes.
a good name.
I like it.
Like a porn name.
Yeah, I was going to say that's a mustachioed
Yeah,
porn
very
actor.
porn name. I
Uh,
use that.
take
For
it.
what?
Have fun. No one knows it.
This
This is the first
I'm
time.
a light skinned Colombian. That's the goal.
No, this-
Yeah, man. So anyway, Hal Del Fuentes was riding a new horse back to his property that he had picked up from a neighbor.
New whore.
All of a sudden, he heard gunfire.
Oi.
Oh, shit.
The horse was scared and launched Hal off his back, breaking both of his legs.
Ow.
Oh.
Wait, the horses or Hal's?
Oh, Hal's. The horse ran away.
Ugh.
It had no loyal to him. To him, he just picked it up.
Yeah.
Writhing in pain, Hal noticed someone approaching him. It was Dr. Moriarty. He had been
Oh.
seeking revenge for tarnishing his bad name.
Oh, shit.
The
Traveled
doctor-
across the Atlantic.
Yeah.
Surprise, motherfucker. That's some crazy shit.
Yeah, right.
That's some bad timing.
Look, I mean, the
Fuck
doctor
horse.
ruined
Right.
his social status by trying to tell everyone who had a really good social standing about the truth. And everyone was like, you're out of your mind. This guy is a detective that saved so many art pieces and did all this shit. He only did good shit.
Well,
This happens, though. When you try to tell your friends certain truths, relationships break up. Holmes is a fake. Imagine hearing that guy all the time and you're like, well, I like Holmes. Beyonce uses slave labor.
Yeah.
Buy Bitcoin. Sure, you can reuse wrapping paper, but it's tacky.
Ethereum.
Use newspaper.
Yeah, get new paper. Every
Get
time.
Ethereum, please.
These are things that are going to drive your friends away. So either way. Anyway, the good doctor took a revolver and shoved it to the side of Holmes's head and started screaming, "Does this look elementary?
Oh, really?
Who's elementary?"
Oh,
Like a savage.
me.
Yeah. And then he committed murder-suicide in a field near the Vince Lombardi rest stop.
Murder-suicide.
He killed himself too?
Wow.
Yeah.
You don't do that.
Well, he did it.
Oh, he must have
It's all
shot
here in the
out.
facts. It's all here in the facts.
You
he
shoot
must
a
have shot
guy,
out-
Who did he-
you run away. Back then, you could get away with anything back then. That's bullshit. I would
think
not kill myself.
he was just crazy, good guy who just lost it.
He must have shot out our doctor, or the grandpa of our doctor.
Oh, yeah. He had children.
Mike,
it just wasn't the fake daughter.
Like the trick to a murder-suicide is getting the murder out of the way first.
Well, yeah. Then,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless
Then
if
you
you
don't
do a
kill
Rube
yourself.
Goldberg, where you kill yourself and then you fall
Wow.
onto something else, which
What-
falls on the
Wasn't that
side
one
and
of
drops
one
a
of the Sherlock
bowling
Holmes
ball.
books? Yeah, that was
Yeah.
in one of the Sherlock. That was like a study of Scarlet or something.
Yeah, study of Scarlet
this.
Fever.
Study of Scarlet is actually where Eileen Adler does make an appearance there. That is based on the first case I was talking about. It's pretty interesting stuff.
wild.
I was pretty shocked
Yeah,
didn't
to
know
find
that.
all these things out.
Thanks for
Yeah,
ruining
I'm
another
taken by
thing for me, guys.
surprise.
Thanks.
dude, Sherlock Holmes is a dick.
Yeah, I didn't know he's such a
That
piece
believed
of
in
shit.
aliens. I'm still digesting
That's
that,
pretty
honestly.
cool. I respect him on that point.
I respect him on that.
Yeah,
Hey, shit,
Um,
opium's probably good.
Well, yeah.
Back then.
We know opium's good, so
Oh, yeah.
All right, guys. So to honor the legendary English detective, legendary, Gabby has made us some chip buddies.
Oh, Chip Buddies.
no!
Hell yeah.
Shit, buddy.
It's a French fry
Travis,
sandwich.
tell Mike what a chip buddy is.
Thank you.
Describe it, Travis. With
So it's one of, I think, the most premium British cuisines is a sandwich,
Oh, my
a
God.
beautiful sandwich with French fries and ketchup.
that's
right.
Holy
Mhm.
shit.
Yeah,
I
so-
can't tell if I'm
But if
jealous
Gabby's
or
done it up
repulsed.
and has some croissant on it, so it's kind of sacrilegious because that's French.
Wait, what's on it? What's up on it?
It's made with a croissant.
It's made it's
Oh.
made with a croissant.
That's-
It tastes a lot better than an actual white bread English buddy.
That's a 2.0ing. Thanks to Gabby. Thank you, Gab.
Oh, thank you.
That's
Thanks for making this, babe.
How is it, Mike?
This is about as authentically British as Sherlock Holmes.
It's like
Yeah. Paint a picture. Do you go into paint mode, Mike?
let's say you're like eating like French fries with bread.
Amazing. Thank you. We don't need to hear anything else out of your mouth tonight.
Well,
And with the ketchup.
guys, take that home with you. All right, listeners.
Wow.
Oh!
Did we lose?
Mike,
Travis.
you're in like my. I can't even control this.
That was a little bit.
For those of you that can't see the mess that Travis is making, his headphones wire
Sip on
is
the
knocking
ground,
off
ate it. There was a lot of
all of the White Claws onto the floor.
Wow.
My gushers.
Chip buddy, Zwick buddy, do us a favor and try to make this make sense. The pandemonium. All right.
I'm gonna have a heart attack tonight. I feel like, holy fuck.
Okay. Thanks for listening to Roast Modem, everyone. I had a lot of fun learning about this script. Guys, any final thoughts before we close
Very
out?
educational. My mind is blown.
Tom ruining my childhood again.
Dude,
Love
Sherlock
you,
Holmes is a cunt.
Yeah, he sucks.
A little bit.
You know what? When you get older, you find out shit really isn't what it really is, and that's really fucking sad.
Yeah.
That's what I fucking hate about life.
Life is terrible for that
Everything is
reason
fake.
alone. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's
On that note,
Well, either way.
Wait, before we end, what is your favorite Sherlock Holmes rendition of the real man?
Johnny Sins
Of-
version.
Of the real man?
Well, I mean, like, what's your favorite iteration of him?
Oh,
Like
who has the
movie
best
or
portrayal?
book or whatever.
I mean, Hound. I've only seen Hound of Baskervilles. Of the Baskervilles.
Like
I
the original
I never
one?
read. Yeah, like the Hammer movie one
Oh, the Hammer one.
with
All right.
Peter Cushing. Yeah,
There you go.
and then I saw a cartoon of it too. There was a cartoon, and then I remember when I was younger, I watched Young Sherlock Holmes. Not a good movie. Steven Spielberg, Christopher Columbus.
Well, yeah.
Think about it.
What about you, Mike? You ever seen a Sherlock Holmes movies?
I always thought they were boring.
You don't like Robert Downey Jr. punching people
Oh,
in a
yeah.
shipyard?
I like that Will Ferrell one. That was good.
Discombobulate.
All right.
I don't think anyone ever saw like Will Ferrell.
That's a really bad movie, that one.
Yeah. Couldn't have
No,
been
I
bad.
fuck with Sherlock Holmes, like the I thought it was cool.
Cody, what about you?
I'm gonna have to go with Elementary. I said it before. It was the. I hate that I can't remember like the actual actor for fucking Sherlock, but Joan Watson was Lucy Liu, and it was interesting because it wasn't London. It was New York and current times. We know Benedict Cumberbatch did current time Sherlock.
Well,
this was like New York Sherlock, and like there was like special weird like moments where like the twosome go through like a heroin like ghetto, and I'm just like, maybe this might have had an analog in like, you know, Victorian British times with like opium dens, but like it was like fucking real, man.
Thank you, though.
That one is my favorite. Albert come in my dick. He has the best Sherlock. He's the Doctor Who of Sherlock. He was born.
That's a good analogy. That really is.
He was born in England. He's got a large forehead. He understands elementaries and he understands a mystery, but it's not like the real person. And the Frodo plays Watson. It's great.
Frodo plays Watson.
No, I think Bilbo does.
No, Frodo.
Either way.
And
It's Hibbit.
Gandalf plays Watson.
It's a Hibbit. Oh, that show Elementary that you like so much. That actually featured music from the world-renowned death metal band Artificial Brain, from which the host Heavy Hole podcast is featured.
Yeah. I remember one of the episodes, a goat whore CD was the murder weapon.
Yep, same episode. Yes, fucked by
That was
Satan.
awesome.
Yes, I have that on vinyl right over there.
Oh, scary.
Anyway, this is all true, guys. Everything we talked tonight. I don't know. Maybe you can.
I know he went to Jersey. That was pretty interesting.
No one really knows that. You got to pick up on these small details.
Dirty Jersey
That
boy.
blew me away.
Yeah. So anyway, thanks for
Peter
listening.
Dinklage lives in upstate New York, so that's a mystery too.
Oh, what's up?
That's real, dude. He
Can't see
drives
him.
around in his fucking Countach or whatever the fuck he drives,
Like,
with tiny fucking things on his shit in upstate New York.
is
like
it hate
asphalt.
speech if we imagine him in a smaller sports car?
Like one of those like Barbie cars?
Like a
Yeah, like,
Miata?
you know, like. All right, well, let's cut there. That's
He's a
great.
badass
Yeah.
guy, but
He's a nice guy. Hey, you know what else is a badass guy? Or guy or gal? Anyone who goes to patreon.com/roastmortemcast and gives us their money because they know that fiat currency is dying. Start handing it over to us.
Yeah, I want that.
I'm having a hard time, so please.
Like, did you know Canadians just said no to the penny? I missed that
What?
memo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did
Canadians
they all
don't
say
get
goodbye
pennies
to the
anymore.
dollar
They got
too?
free healthcare over there.
Give me all your Canadian pennies. I'll take them.
Yeah, they'll be worth nothing in no time.
I just want to make roast mortem worth a beeple amount of not fungus terrible.
Oh,
Great.
NFTs. Thanks you. Well, regardless, no more of this crypto fiat currency talk. Thank you very much for listening, guys. Thanks, Travis. Great to see you here in the studio. Cody, I'm sorry you're still in incognito mode, but
It
we
was
love
kind
you.
of, I have to say, it's kind of a letdown because I wasn't able to pull my penis out during the show.
You do that too?
Got stage fright.
God damn it.
What a wimp.
Yeah.
Thank you, Shane.
Just
Mike,
asking Travis
thank you,
to pull
Shane,
his
to you.
dick out right now.
See you later.
Bye. Zip.
Travis, let's see it. End the episode.
Oh!